Bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa
division. To thee we pledge our loyalty, our city's pride and honor. The future we will shape through thee. Hail quality education, we shall strive head, hand, heart and soul. Hard work, unceasing effort, we shall cling till we reach our goal. Let's be filled with gladness, dedication and deep commitment, for in the youth lies our nation's hope. Demonstration and vision with divine fail. The fountainhead of wisdom, through thee our nation lives. Together we march onward, prosperity. Let's be filled with gladness, dedication and deep commitment. For in the youth lies our nation's hope. For in the youth lies our nation's hope.
Sana kung timog ng Mindanao, may isang lungsod na hinirang. Ang likas niyang kayamanan ay walang kapantay. Mga bundok, dagat, lupain, laging sagana sa pagkain. At ang magagandang tanawin, kaluan ng aliw. Mutya, lungsod ng Davao, sa iyong paglalakbay. Sa ngiting kaunlaran, ikaw ay paglilingkuran. Tayo'y Davaoenyo, na tapat at totoo. Pangarap ay mata mo, kaluwalhatian mo, lungsod ng paraiso. Mutya, lungsod ng Davao, sa iyong paglalakbay. Sa ngiting kaunlaran, ikaw ay paglilingkuran. Tayo'y Davaoenyo, na tapat at totoo. Pangarap ay mata mo, kaluwalhatian mo, lungsod ng paraiso. Pangarap ay mata mo, kaluwalhatian mo, lungsod ng paraiso.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela,
Tara na, brigada na!
magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaibigan. bayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay.
Sa inyo pong lahat na nakikibahagi sa Brigada Eskwela Kick-Off 2021, lalong-lalo na sa ating SDS, Rinaldo M. Guillena, Season 5, sa ating pampurok, tagapagmasid, Ginoong Ismail L. Segundo, mga guro, mga magulang, partners at stakeholders, ang mga mag-aaral, magandang araw sa lahat. Muli ay Brigada Eskwela na naman na may temang bayanihan para sa paralan. Tumpak at napapanahon ang tema natin ngayon. Sa kabila ng pagsubok na ating natamasa, lalong-lalo na ang pandemyang dulot ng COVID-19 na nagpabago sa takbo ng normal nating pamumuhay at maging sa edukasyon. Ganun pa man, sa kabila ng hamon na ito, patuloy pa rin ang pagsulong sa mga adhikain tungo sa pag-unlad ng ating kabataan. Wika nga ng DepEd, sulong edukalidad sapagkat walang anumang pagsubok ang hahadlang tungo sa pagkatuto at pagtaas ng antas ng ating mag-aaral. Kaya nga, sa panahong ito, ang ating paaralan ay nangangailangan ng mga katuwang at suporta upang higit na maihanda muli ang ating paaralan para sa patuloy na pagbibigay ng kalidad na edukasyon. Hindi namin magagawa ang adhikain ito kung wala ang inyong buong pusong suporta para sa higit na paghahanda sa pagbubukas ng panibagong taong panuruan 2021-2022. Kaya inanyayahan ko ang lahat na makiisa at makikibahagi sa paghahanda ng bagong pasukan. Tara na, Brigada na!
Sa ato ang mga magtutudlo sa Department of Education, sa ato ang officers, district supervisor, Sir Maing, o sa tanang katauhan sa Barangay Malabog, mga ginikanan, kanatong tanan, maayong buntag. Sa ngalan sa Barangay Council of Malabog, ang akong panghinaot diha sa atong padayon nga Brigada Eskwela, alang karong tuiga, yun ay timang nga bayanihan para sa paralan. Ang ato ang 100% na cooperation alang sa pagpanindot, pagpangandam sa atong eskwelahan, matag-eskwelahan diri sa barangay. Doon na kita'y kubay-kubay nga eskwelahan din. Doon na tayo 16 ka public school diri sa Barangay Malabog. Akong panawagan sa mga ginikanan nga ang 100% nga cooperation sa may ato makontribute, kusog baron, kwarta baron, resources baron atong ihatag alang sa pagpangandam sa atong opening sa atong school year kay bahin nining atong sitwasyon sa pandemic. Dako ni nga challenge, so luipot kayo ang atong mga tutudlo kung di po nato sila tabangan, di nato alalayan sa mga resources nga ilang gikinahanglan kanato. So kami po sa Barangay Council bisan ginagmay, doon na po may makontribute alang sa nagkalain-laing eskwelahan din sa Barangay Malabog. Amo lang pong gibahin-bahin po ang kwarta sa gobyerno sa barangay nga ang tanang eskwelahan maka-avail po ni ginagmay nga budget. So kana lang akong hangyo nga padayon ta nga maningkamot alang sa edukasyon sa itong mga anak kay ako nagatuo nga ang kausaban sa itong nasod. Mausab lang ni kung 90% siguro sa ato ang total population sa Pilipinas na mahimong educated o bisag makagraduate lang sa ato ang senior high school. Tako na kayo ng tabang nato sa itong nasod na atong mapataas ang atong literacy rate sa atong nasod. So, pinaagi sa atong kitang mga ginikanan, pag-encourage sa atong mga anak, makita mo po na sa ato ang mga anak kung kitang ginikanan, doon ay dako kaayong kaikag sa pagtabang sa eskwelahan sila po, makuan po na sila, maningkamot po na sila nga eskwela og tarong, kay aron nga ilang makabuot po ang edukasyon nga ilang gikinahanglan niya akong paghangyo nga sa ginikanan nga padayon mo suporta kay ang ato ang barangay karon by August next year 2022 mag-abli na ang ato ang University of Southeastern Philippines Malabog Extension Campus. So di na lisod ang pagpa-eskwela nato sa college kay gidala na diri sa barangay council o sa opisina sa atong mayor. Labi na sa pisninanuan ang kolehiyo dinhi sa barangay Malabog. So kana nga kita karon isip nga nakabenepisyo ni ining maong programa sa gobyerno pagdala sa edukasyon ngadto sa kabukiran ato kung himo ng atong part no pinaagi sa pagtabang sa eskwelahan dinhi sa high school nga elementary nga maalalayan nato ang atong mga eskwelahan itong mga public school teachers para po maayuhan po nila tudlo ang atong mga anak para pag-abot nila sa kolehiyo dili po sila maglisod na sa pag eskwela sa kolehiyo kay kaning atong Yusip Malabog Extension Campus standard ng eskwelahan ni dili ni ingon nga basta eskwela ka lang pasar ka so dunay dapat pang challenge ni ang mga bata nga karon dapat sa ato ang high school ug elementary ato gyud silang iandam pag-andam nato nila pinaagi sa kooperasyon sa ato ang mga ginikanan niya. Kana lang, ug ang atong pagpasalamat sa atong pugihan nga mga magtutudlo officer sa DepEd, pinanguluhan ni Sir Maing, sa atong mga PTCA officers. Salamat kaayo sa inyong walay puas, walay kakuol nga pagtambayayong sa ato ang Department of Education. Karon tanan maayong buntag. Daghang salamat. God bless Barangay Malabog.
To our Schools Division Superintendent, Rinaldo M. Guillena, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Jinky B. Forman, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Marilyn V. Diduyo, fellow school heads, teachers, parents, mayong buntag kanatong tanan. Full of gratitude, may I acknowledge our valued partners and stakeholders. Thank you for joining with us in the most trying times of the past school years. Kadaghan ng higayon nga nasukod ang atong paghatod og kalidad nga edukasyon alang sa atong mga kabataan apan ang inyong makanunayong pagsuporta sa mga tulunghaan nagpabiling malig-on. Busa kinasing-kasing ang among pasalamat kaninyo. Og karon sa makausab mag-abre na pud kita sa bag-ong school year nga mag-atubang sa hagit sa pandemya, but with faith, hope and resilience we believe that we will be able to surpass another year full of commitment to deliver what is due for our school children. Busa, ako, inubanan sa akong mga kauban ng magtutudlo, mga school heads, nag-aauhag kaninyo sa padayon sa pagsuporta, physical man kini o material, bililhon kini sa atong mga magtutungha. Muli nating isulong ang bagong normal na edukasyon. Tayo'y magbayanihan para sa paralan. Tara na! Brigada na! Daghang salamat.
Mayang adlaw kaninyong tanan. One of the most beautiful sights to behold that fosters humility and admiration is the convergence of the members of the community into one working team, all in one, bringing into tangible action the true essence of bayanihan. And this is what Brigada Eskwela is all about. The usual and generous support of the various stakeholders in the community, comprising the private institutions, the local government units, the parents, practically everyone who shared their time to do volunteer works and shared their resources prior to the official opening of the new school year, was truly heartwarming. However, this year, same as last year, will remain a deviation from the traditional Brigada Eskwela. The continuing suspension of face-to-face classes is also a continuing implementation of the distance learning modality. And this does not mean that Brigada Eskwela is placed in abeyance. We have to continue. There may be no physical works and presence of the stakeholders in the different schools of the division as legitimate show of support and assistance, but this year's Brigada Eskwela program focuses on collaboration and strengthening partnership engagements. This is in consonance to the implementation of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan with the theme, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan. This year's implementing guidelines emphasize the collective efforts in promoting collaboration for safe living and addressing social issues and concerns in schools, at homes, and in the community. Other than strengthening partnership with our valued stakeholders, this year's Brigada Eskwela will also give importance to Brigada Pagbasa, still a beautiful collaboration among education partners and experts in making sure that our learners will be given adequate educational attention despite the challenges in a distancing learning platform. There's no stopping Brigada Eskwela as education continues amid this global pandemic. Reiterating once more that this year's Brigada is different under the new normal. The adherence to the IATF protocols must be strictly observed. That any physical presence requires physical distancing with consideration to the existing community quarantine guidelines. And with the continuing support of our stakeholders, all this time, my sincere appreciation. Without our stakeholders, our Brigada Eskwela will never come to life. Daghang salamat sa tanan. And so, makibayanihan na po para sa paaralan.
Binabati ko ang mahigit na 34,000 nanonood ng ating programa ngayon. This year's Brigada Eskwela takes on a new platform. At its backdrop are word analytics such as challenges, resilience, strong future, better organization, distance learning modalities, training of teachers, learning opportunities, and learning mechanisms. From our critics, the word analytics perhaps are weak education, not ready, will never be ready, divide us, they are always better, and we can never match their expectations, and so on and so forth. Leaning heavily on what we have accomplished this recent school year with the strong leadership of our very formidable secretary, Leonor Magtolis Briones, the undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, bureau and regional directors, superintendents, school heads, legislative and local government leaders, stakeholders, alumni, the heroic and creative pursuits of our teachers, and every individual who has the indomitable faith on the Filipino children, then we can do better, certainly, than the past. We build better as lessons learned from the past will now give us confidence. This year's Bayanihan para sa Paaralan and in Region 11, Davao Region, having a subtitle, Handang Paaralan para sa Handang Pasukan, will showcase nothing less but the best of strength and the best of character and the best of faith on our Filipino children without fear of being thwarted by even our strongest doubters. The strength of this nation is seen on how it takes care of its children. This we shall never downplay. This we will never diminish. We commit to building that strength by building our children's future. Together with our very beautiful Assistant Regional Director, Maria Ines Asuncion, the 11 Schools Division Superintendent and Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of the 11 Schools Divisions of Region 11, led no less, of course, this afternoon by our President of PAS Region 11, SDS Ju Fadol, who is also our divisional host, together with the mayor, whose namesake is as strong as his heart, of the city government of Tago, Mayor Alan Rillion, Vice Mayor Eva Lorraine Istabilio, and the members of the City Council, and our provincial governor, led by Governor Edwin Jubahib, ably represented by architect Liomel Puerto, who played host to this year's Brigada Eskwela National Kick-Off Ceremony. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to contribute a piece of our humble contribution to the building of a nation. To all of you, together with our faith in the children of tomorrow, as we want to see a better tomorrow, tara na, magbrigada na, and we will build all together a very beautiful future, weaved by our strength and our collective effort, as we will build the future beginning today. Maraming salamat. Madayaw Davao.
Mo pa nadarama na sa tuwing tayo'y
every year. He competes with himself and his staff, does it with all support. So congratulations for all the preparations, for all the adjustments that have to be made because of the unique circumstances of our pandemic at this time. I don't need to review anymore the accomplishments, what has been done with Brigada Eskwela, and why it has become an institution, a major part, a major program of the Department of Education, where the entire community gathers together and helps out in whatever way each member can. The preparations which are always necessary for the opening of school year as well as the ending of school year as well. And I have seen for the past 4 years what Brigada Eskwela has done for places where there have been very special challenges, like in Marawi or in Batangas, where we had a series of natural disasters, volcanic eruptions, floods, and so on. And how the entire DepEd family has come together to help each other, and not just our particular region. Our experience with Marawi has been very moving and very touching. This was one instance where each region adopted a particular school or a particular place in Marawi. This is one instance when we decided to accept all children, whether they are documented or not, in any of our schools. And we accepted also all teachers who made backward to various places in the country. This is an instance where we promulgated policies which were not the usual policies, but which we knew was necessary to make education continue. And such experience with Marawi has helped us in dealing also with the very difficult challenge of the current pandemic, wherein we accept students who transfer and who enroll, where we make adjustments in our ironclad regulations and rules and memoranda because of the uniqueness of the situation, and where we have to adjust our learning tools, our learning strategies, our learning materials, etc., everything, because the circumstances are different. And where we really committed ourselves to the motto that, which I said in the United Nations at the time that I assumed the office as Secretary of Education of the Republic of the Philippines, that education must continue. Of course, we are continuing education at a time of imperfection. We expect perfection and say, why do we lack this? Why don't we have face-to-face? We lack supplies, etc. Our teachers are suffering, our parents are suffering, etc., etc. We cannot have a perfect system with very imperfect situations. And also, it's not only imperfect situation, imperfect environment, but also unpredictable environment. You will recall that early this year, we were allowed, the president made a very important decision early this year to allow us to initiate a pilot studies in face-to-face learning, because we ourselves saw that face-to-face is a very important component of the learning process. And the cabinet voted unanimously to allow us to initiate face-to-face classes. And then without warning, the UK variant emerged. And now at the time when the president is listening to feedback, to data and reading data that we submit to him, results of researches, etc., what's happening, experiences of other countries. now that he is also softening towards the idea of pilot studies, now we have the variant, which is even more threatening, more dangerous, and perhaps more vicious. And so we have to adjust all the time. And let me repeat again, we cannot demand or expect perfection in very imperfect and unpredictable environments such as we are facing right now.
Mayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Labi na kay Sir Ismael Segundo, ang atong maabtikon nga supervisor ug sa among school head, Sir Jimmy Zamora, ug sa tanang magtutudlo sa MCES o Malabog Central Elementary School, among gipaabot ang among walay puas nga pasasalamat kaninyong tanan. Ug sa mga stakeholders sa atong barangay captain, Mr. Jesilito Areha, daghang kaayong salamat sa pagtubag sa among panawagan nga dungag donasyon sa alang sa Brigada Eskwela. Kung wala kamo, dili ni mamugna kining butanga. Ug sa mga ginikanan nga gihatagan og oras ug panahon na malimpyo ang atong eskwelahan bisag nay pandemya. Kaming mga guro sa Malabog Central Elementary School ay sumasaludo po sa inyo. Katatagan at katapangan. Special mention kang Sir Arsenio V. Manon sa pagbuhat aning Brigada Virtual Kick-Off. Daghang kayong salamat, sir, sa imong pagtabang o pagsuporta. Daghang salamat sa inyong tanan ug padayon natong suportahan ang matag usa.
Tayo'y sinubok sa matinding hamon, sa pagbabago ng panahon. Ngunit di patitinag, tayo ay susulong. Magbayanihan, hawak kamay tayo. Ikaw, ako, lahat ng Pilipino. Brigada, eskwela, sa gitna ng pandemya, tayo'y di uurong, palaging susulong para sa edukasyon. Brigada, eskwela, magbayanihan ka, palaging abante para sa estudyante. Tara't magkaisa, magbayanihan na. Oh, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh.
Sa puso natin ang kagustuhan, handang paralan sa handang pasukan, sa pagtutulungan walang maiiwan. Magbayanihan, hawak kamay tayo. Ikaw, ako, lahat ng Pilipino.
Brigada, eskwela, sa gitna ng pandemya, tayo'y di uurong, palaging susulong para sa edukasyon. Brigada, eskwela, magbayanihan ka, palaging abante para sa estudyante. Tara't magkaisa, magbayanihan na.